What advice would you give somebody? They've made it overseas or they're planning to go. What advice would you give somebody before they leave to find a wife in any country? What women should they avoid? What should they look for? Where should they go?
What advice? The advice that I generally give to young men is pursue your goal, pursue your mission, pursue your dream. Be adventurous, make the mistakes, figure out what it is that you want in life. Build your happiness, build your kingdom, because there's going to be women all the time. And Tom Likas used to say, the radio host who was the godfather, I guess you would say, manosphere or red pill thinking, he would talk to guys who were 27, 28 years old, and he'd say, listen, you make your fortune, and then at 40 or 45, when you're successful, he says, so you're 27, 28, he says, your future wife is in junior high right now. Every day there are more women who are coming out into the world, popping fresh out the oven at 21 years old, who are legal. They're just coming out into the world, So the thing we're beaten in so many times in our life was happy wife, happy life. No, happy king, happy kingdom.
Correct.
You go out there, you blaze your trail, you build your fiefdom, your empire, your kingdom, your plot, your plantation, your fortress of solitude like Superman. You build your place. And then you can sit back and then you have your pick of the full spectrum of women out there who will provide for you that essence to turn your house into a home, to give you the healthy, strong children to carry on your name. So that's the first thing. Handle your business first. All right. Because women aren't going anywhere.
So what age range is that? If I'm 45, what age range?
Well, it's funny because, typically in the States, a man, at what age does a man hit his peak earnings potential?
What is it?
That's like, 45 to 55 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. If you're fit, I'm going to steal from my buddy Modern Life Dating over in Tokyo, John. He says, money, muscles, game, and frame. Get your money, stay fit, money, muscles, game, understand, even though, there's a debate about, the pickup artists back in the States, do you have to have game, whatnot. Even if you're overseas, women aren't just going to throw themselves at you. You have to have game. What is game? Game is simply knowing how to assess a woman, how to protect and provide for a woman so that she will have that unbridled passion for you. And then frame, that's your kingdom right there. She's going to have to come into your frame, your kingdom, and get with your program. Appreciate it. And get on your program so that she is a complement. So find that woman who's going to complement the already good life that you had. It's funny, on Netflix, I recommend everybody go on to Netflix and watch that special about David Beckham. It just came out. It's like a 4-episode series. And David Beckham was the greatest footballer in Britain. At 23 years old, he lived with his folks. He didn't really have girls in high school, didn't go to college. Got signed by Manchester United at a young age in their little farm system. There's no NCAA. All he wanted to do was work out and play football, soccer. And he makes it Manchester United, and he meets Victoria, Posh Spice from the Spice Girls. They're kicking it. He's no pun intended. At 23, he gets her pregnant. And they get married like a year after the fact. She's wildly successful. He's wildly successful. But at 23 years old, yes, he had the money, he had the fame, he had the power, but he didn't have that frame yet. He just didn't have the experience. On the football pitch, he did, but in the world in general, no. So, young men, go into the world, be bold, be audacious, take chances, sign up to the Merchant Marine and get on a ship and work your way up. Find a job somewhere. Come here and teach English. My godbrother taught in Korea. You don't need to have a college degree to teach English overseas. You see, it'll help out. So there's different avenues to take, but build your kingdom, and then you go ahead and you find a woman who will be your queen in your kingdom.
Okay. So what type of women should they avoid?
Avoid the modern, Western, entitled woman. And you will spot those. Are you going to cash at me money for my hair and nails? Are you going to take me to Mastro's? I mean, there was a viral video going around. An Indian bloke took a girl out and she was late for an hour, and they pulled up the Cheesecake Factory. And she's like, I don't want to go here. That's a chain restaurant. Oh. Yeah, and he said, well, you were late. You made me wait a whole hour. We missed our reservation at the place I wanted to take you. I've been a gentleman to you. He turned around and said, let's go, I'm taking you home. And she's like, can't we negotiate? I said, no, there's no negotiation. So power up to the Indian guy, taking the sister girl out. That video's out there. My buddy, Peaceful Life, Roger, he did a breakdown on that video.
Wow. So what?
But avoid a woman who does not complement your life. Build your piece, and she's going to be the icing on the cake, okay? To make your life easier and better. And what is she getting in return? She's getting protection, and she's getting provisioning. And when you're at home at night at 2 o'clock in the morning and there's a bump downstairs, you're the one who you tell her, baby, lock the door, you hand her the Glock, and you grab the pump, you're going to go find out what happens. Yep. See, that's the social contract, that we men are disposable. Baby, you don't have to worry about the bills. You don't have to worry about intruders. You don't have to worry about our kids going to good schools. In return, compliment my life and be appreciative.
Avoid the women that want all that but don't want to provide anything, or don't want to be convenient in your life, and not only convenient but add to your life.
Yes, and it's a few years ago when I was in Thailand, and a good friend of mine, we dated for a little bit, but nothing ever came. But we're still very, very close. It was her birthday, and she lives north of Pattaya, works for a large corporation. And I took her out for her birthday to a lovely beachside restaurant. The food came out on her birthday. She ordered the food, whatever she wanted, I ordered it. The food came. She sliced up my food, took samples of her plate, and made sure I ate first. Her birthday cake came out. She cut me the first slice and fed it to me.
And that's not considered slavery.
No, they just want to take care of it. And any young lady I go out, we sit and eat, the food comes, the appetizer, they put it on your plate first. Her food comes and she says, take some of mine first, even though I have my own. And you don't have to reciprocate. You don't have to say, here, take some of mine. It's little things like that. Japanese, Filipinas, Koreans, Thais, Russians. I dated a Russian girl for a minute, who actually I met here in Thailand. It was the oddest thing. Really? I would come here when I was in the Marine Corps, and it was guys I was hanging out with. Said there's a lot of good Russian women here. I said, why would I come to Asia to meet a Russian woman? And I bumped into her at the pool. She was gorgeous, had an ass like a sister. It was remarkable. And I've never dated a white woman in America, but I don't consider this lady white because she's a Russian. She's a Eurasian. She's not Anglo-Saxon. Her family comes from Siberia, and she has green eyes that are Oriental shaped. So she's not white in the social construct that we're used to in America. You see.